The man was robbing a bank, but a coworker who had just gotten off work suddenly came back. The man had no idea, still busy hauling cash. The coworker heard a noise and came to check it out.
I'm gonna tell Chad on your ass. I caught you red-handed.
The man panicked instantly and reached for the gun on his waist.
You said it wasn't no overtime this weekend.
The man breathed a sigh of relief. Once the guy left, he kept moving the cash. It took him 2 hours to empty the vault. Then he smashed the vault camera and stole the footage to cover his tracks. But he missed one. Just as he was closing the car to get away, he realized he'd overstuffed it with cash. The door wouldn't shut. So the man got into the car and planned to tidy up. Suddenly, it couldn't be opened from the inside, and the walkie-talkie was outside. He was totally screwed. Then he tried to crawl through the front window, but his butt got stuck. He looked at the tape on the passenger side and got an idea. He bundled the cash with tape, then light a fire to use money to step on the gas. The next second, the car burst through the wall. His crew was stunned. It didn't stop until it crashed into the bushes. They opened the trunk and froze at the sight of all that money. Then, sticking to the plan, the man fled to Mexico to lay low and wait for the split. To avoid security checks, he shoved $20,000 up his butt, put on a disguise, and went to the airport. Luckily, security skipped the pat-down. When it was time to pay, he reached back, pulled out a hairy bill.
My bad.
Just like that, he made it to Mexico. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew was counting the cash. They couldn't even fit it all in several buckets. They were thrilled, but soon the cops found out the man was behind the heist. At that point, he was urging the crew to meet up, but they wanted the money for themselves and reported him. So the moment he stepped outside, the cops were waiting. He jumped on a speedboat and escaped. The crew thought he got caught and started a shopping spree with their families. Then the man called again. He hadn't been caught, so they hired a hitman to take him out. As he was squatting by the road, a pot lid knocked him out cold. When he woke up, he was in a hotel. The hitman was going through his wallet. He discovered that the man's name was exactly the same as his own, so he let the man go. How will he escape?